play sports. And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you. And Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week for this team because nothing will unite a football roster, in my experience, than having the whole world against you. Heck, even your own fans at home against you. They don't care if nobody thinks they've got a shot. Those dudes playing today, putting that uniform on, they believe they can do this, and the power of that belief is a big deal.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. McCole Hardman now on the return. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
A pickup there of 39. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Kansas City! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. Taken in by Noah Fant. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On 3rd down, Walker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him at the 38. Putting the tight end in motion. Smith on 1st down. Barner's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action. Here's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
This is Walker on 2nd. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Staying with Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Back to the air, it's Smith. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and goal, here's Walker. Reaches the end zone, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Mahomes now. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by Reek Woolen.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. A tight end in motion now. Here's 2nd and 7. This one finds Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He's on the move. Now he takes it. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He finds Fant. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. And again, it's Smith. This throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Dump off caught by his back. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. We've reached halftime of what's been an entertaining one so far. 14-all is our score. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out
to kick this one
to be
away.
the difference.
Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They've got first down from the 31. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Running with Walker again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, Smith to throw. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A give up the gut to Walker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets him around 6 there. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He gets 6 on that play, and the Seahawks will have a first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Throwing on third, Smith. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Myers' kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right back to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll get it up to the 27. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Smith. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First and 10 from the 41. Now it's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and 4 coming up now. He's back to throw. He goes. Oh, he lost the football. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs down by only 3. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
He's on the move, and they got there in time. He's taken down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Motioning the tight end now. And he sails that one over the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Walker now from the gun. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First throw of overtime now. Kelsey's got it right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
gun. It's Mahomes. Pulled in along the sideline by Hopkins. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. They'll run it with Pacheco, and they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Mahomes has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. To the air, Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now to throw. Flushed out of the puck. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead in this game. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense running out now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here and over. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he is to throw. He just throws this one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on fourth down. To throw. He's going deep. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks bring it back to even. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it! And they've taken back the lead.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one.
It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.